Good morning, children. Welcome all. Once again, I welcome you. We have seen the first lesson. I have completed the first lesson. Today, I will start the new lesson, that is lesson 2. Everybody take page number 14. What is the lesson name? Elements, compounds and mixture. Elements, compounds and mixture. Before that, I will ask some questions. Did you do the homework, children? Are you studying the classwork? Are you reading the book? You are doing. Okay, children. Very good, children. Okay. Today we will see second lesson. Elements, compounds and mixtures. Elements, compounds and mixtures. Now, second lesson, name, elements, compounds and mixtures. First lesson we have seen matter. Yes, we have seen matter. Second lesson we are going to see what is called elements, compounds and mixtures, what are present here, what are their chemical forms, what are their chemical structures. We will study here. Okay, children. Now, here chemistry is the study of matter. We are studying about matter. This matter classified into many different way, such as states of matter, chemical structures, chemical forms. We know only states of matter. You are thinking, yes, ma'am, we know only states of matter. That is solid, liquid and gas. What about chemical forms? Chemical forms is nothing but the element, compound or mixture. Element, compound or mixture. Then the chemical structure, atoms, molecules, like this will come. So here we are studying about the matter, that matter in many different way. One is states of matter, another one chemical forms, another one chemical structure, and so on. We are studying these three. Now here we are studying only these three: states of matter, chemical forms, chemical structure. Here introduction part. Very important to understand the term element, compound or mixture, because they are giving useful information. What we have seen in the previous classes. They are giving us useful information. Another useful term is the word that is substance. Element, compound and mixture. The next useful word, that is substance. What about substance? It can be used to refer to either an element or compound. It can be used to either an element or compound, but not a mixture. Why it is not a mixture? Because substance, already we know, substance always has a definite composition. So substance is not a mixture. So next, the most general term is matter, which can be used to refer to any substance, element, compound, mixture. Element, compound or mixture. Now, already you know what is called matter. How we can identify it? How can we identify it? If anything that occupies space and has mass and can be perceived by our senses, that is matter. Now two more questions. Define matter. What is your answer? Matter is defined as Anything that occupies space has mass and can be perceived by our senses கண்களால் பார்க்க முடிகிறது. Perceived by our senses. Now, matter. Here, what about the chemical composition of chemical classification of matter? What about the chemical classification of matter? Now we will study. You look at here, children. The word substance is used to refer either an element or compound. The word substance is used to either element or compound. Then the general term is matter, which can be most general term is matter. It can be used to refer to any substance, element, mixture or compound. Now children, we will study about the matter. Here, chemical composition. Matter, it can be classified into two: pure substances, mixture. Pure substances, elements, compounds. Mixtures, homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture. Here you see two types: pure substance, mixture, two types, elements and compounds. Here mixture is given. In that, pure substance consists of two elements and compounds. Mixture is not coming here. That is printing mistake. Children, you look at this slide. Mixtures: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. You know what about homogeneous mixture? What about heterogeneous mixture? Do you know this difference, children? Homogeneous mixture and homogeneous mixture have same composition. But heterogeneous mixture have different composition. And homogeneous mixture cannot be seen. But heterogeneous mixture can be, or heterogeneous mixture are visible to naked eye. வெறும் கண்களால் கூட காண முடியும். So but homogeneous mixture, because it cannot be seen even under a microscope also. But this heterogeneous mixture are visible to naked eye also. This is a difference between the These are the difference between the homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. That mixture example solution. For example, milk, fruit juices, sugar solution, salt solution. Okay, the heterogeneous mixture example, suspension colloids, a mixture of sand and water, water and oil, sand and iron fillings, all come in this heterogeneous examples. Okay, heterogeneous mixture of these are coming under the examples of heterogeneous mixture. Now we will study about elements. Okay children, now we will study about elements. Elements consist of only one kind of atoms. Which may or may not join together to form molecules or large structures. Listen, only one kind of atoms which may or may not join together. To form molecules or large structure. This is a structure, chemical structures. It may be atoms or molecules. So here they join together and it forms molecule or large structure. Therefore, element can exist as atom or molecule. Therefore, element can exist as atoms and or molecules. Example, argon, nitrogen, argon, krypton. They are inactive gases. They are inactive gases. Here, they cannot be broken down. Already we know element cannot be broken down by any physical or chemical method, or any physical or chemical method. Though some larger elements break down spontaneously due to being radioactive. Though some larger elements break down spontaneously due to being radioactivity, but it cannot be broken down by any physical or chemical method. But suppose the larger elements are there, that larger elements can break down spontaneously due to being radioactive. Now, element is made up of, already we know, element is made up of some same kind of atom. It cannot be broken down by any physical and chemical method. Though some larger elements break down spontaneously due to being radioactive. These are about elements. Next we will study about compounds. Listen here. Compounds. Element cannot be broken down by any physical or chemical method. What about compound? Compound can be broken down into simpler substance called elements by chemical methods. And it is made up of two or more kind of atoms. But element is made up of same kind of atoms, but compound is made up of two or more kinds of atoms. Here, what is given here? You look at compound consists of atom, two or more different elements bound together chemically. They can be broken down. Already I told you, can be broken down into simpler substance by chemical methods. They always contain the same ratio of component atoms. They have properties different from their component element. They have properties different from their component element. For example, the compound water H2O is liquid at a room temperature and pressure, and it has different chemical properties. What it has different chemical properties? Hydrogen and oxygen. So, if the quantity of material consists of atoms of two or more elements joined together, so they are always in the same ratio, then the matter forming that material is a compound. That material is a compound. A molecule is the smallest part of a compound. Whose properties are those of a compound. So the compound can be represented by using a chemical formula. So that the compound can be represented by using a chemical formula. Understood, children? Compound is pure substance also. Yes, compound is a pure substance, and it is made up of two or more kinds of atoms in a fixed composition. So properties of compound are different from its constituent. And they are formed due to chemical changes. Got it, everybody? Okay. Now, we will study about mixture. Here you see, already we know two types of mixture, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixtures. So listen, what about mixture? Mixture is an impure substance. Listen, consists of two or more different elements. That is impure, two or compounds. Physically, they are intermingled. Physically. That's why mixture is an impure substance. For example, listen, they can be separated into their constituent part by physical means. They are formed due to physical changes. They can be separated into their constituents. They can be separated into their constituents by physical means. Example, separating magnetic and non-magnetic solid using a magnet. So they have many of their properties of their constituent parts. They have many of their properties of their constituent parts. So they are different types of mixture. One is homogeneous, another one is heterogeneous mixture. One is homogeneous, another one is heterogeneous mixture. So here homogeneous mixture have same composition. Homogeneous mixture have same composition, but heterogeneous mixture have different composition. Here homogeneous mixture in which two or more substances are evenly distributed. They are called homogeneous. For example, vinegar is a homogeneous mixture of acetic acid and water. Vinegar is a homogeneous mixture of acetic acid and water. Heterogeneous mixture, what about heterogeneous mixture? Mixtures in which two or more substances are not evenly distributed, so that they have different composition. Example, oil and water. One more example, sand and water. One more example, sand and iron fillings. Understood, children? Got it? Okay, the next we will study about the separation of mixture. Now, okay, look at your book, page number 15. It is given in the page number 15. Separation of mixture. What is that? Separation of mixture. How we separate the mixture? What are the methods are used to separate the mixture? What are the methods? What are the uses of separation? How we have to separate? So we will study one by one. Now, separation of mixture into their components. Now listen, children. Many substances which are available naturally are not pure chemically. All substances are not pure chemically. So the mixtures are separated. Listen carefully. Many substances which are available naturally, those substances are not pure chemically. That's why mixtures are separated into their components. Listen, to remove, for why we are separating the mixture? We are removing the undesirable components. After we want to obtain useful component. And all those impures, we want to get the substances in pure form. All those impure form, we want to get them in pure form. Then many harmful components will be there. So we want to remove that. That's why we are separating the mixtures. So the mixtures are separated. Now here, separation of mixture. A majority of the substances occur in nature in the form of mixture. So purification is required to obtain the pure chemical substances like elements and compound. For example, distillation of water is done to obtain distilled water. Salt-free water, that is, distilled water is salt-free water. Pure oxygen on large scale is obtained by fractional distillation of liquid air. This oxygen is used in hospital and in space missions. A very common example of separation which we see at our home in separation of husk from flour of wheat. The different method of separation are required for different mixture. So the application of different method depends upon the following. First one, the nature of mixture. After that, the nature of solute and solvent. Then the physical state of the solute and the solvent. Now we will study about the solid mixture. How do we, first we study about the solid mixture. How we separate them, separate the solid mixture. How we separate the solid mixtures, we will study now, children. Here you will see, look at this slide. The application of different method depends upon the following. One is the nature of mixture. Another one, the nature of solute and solvent. After that, the physical state of solute and the solvent. Next, the physical state of solute and solvent. Okay. The next, look at this, children. Look at this slide. Solid mixture. So first we apply magnetic separation. We use magnetic separation. What are attracted by a magnet? What are not attracted by a magnet? Magnetic separation. What are attracted by a magnet? What are not attracted by a magnet? Not attracted by a magnet. The next, sublimation. Next one we will see here, magnetic separation. Here you see what are the substance, what are the matter attracted by a magnet, what are not attracted by a magnet. The next is sublimation. We will study about sublimation. You see here, children, sublimation. Sublimes on heating. Sublimes on heating. The next is what does not sublime. What does not sublime on heating? What are sublimes on heating? What are sublimes on heating? So this process name is sublimation. This process name is sublimation. We will study. Okay, children. First we will study later on. After that, solvent extraction. What is that? Solvent extraction. Before this slide, you study about solvent extraction. It is not given. It is, you will take your book, page number 16, solvent extraction. What is that? Solvent extraction. Here, solvent extraction, what are the matter does not dissolve in a particular solvent? What are the water does not dissolve in a particular solvent. After that, dissolves in a particular solvent. What does not dissolve in a particular solvent? What are dissolving in a particular solvent? What are dissolving in a particular solvent? That is solvent extraction. So solid mixture, we can use magnetic separation, sublimation, solvent extraction. Solvent extraction. So magnetic separation, first of all we study about magnetic separation. It is in book page number 16. To separate the mixture of magnetic solid A and non-magnetic solid B. So first saw magnetic, attracted by a magnet ion, not attracted by a magnet husk. So principle, the magnetic material, example iron, steel, nickel, they get attracted towards a magnet. Already we know what are the magnetic material, they get attracted towards a magnet. So technique, what technique we have to use? Take a mixture of A and B and put it in a petri dish. Move the magnet over the mixture. Move the magnet over the mixture. When I was a child, I was played many times using this method, and I played many times. You like playing with this? Yes, children, you also like playing with this. So here non-magnetic component, magnet A and B, magnetic solid, iron and also husk is given. Magnet is there, non-magnetic component husk is there. So here magnetic, this method is a magnetic separation. This is magnetic separation. So now separation, it is observed that magnetic solid A, that is iron, get attracted toward the magnet, leaving behind the component B in the dish. Leaving behind the component, which component in the B dish. Okay, children. Now sublimation. Next, what are what are supplies on heating? What are supplies on heating? What does not supply on heating? First one, example, sublimable solid, that is ammonium chloride. Non-sublimable solid, common salt. So principle on evaporation, sublimable solid directly changes from solid to vapor state. Directly changes from solid to vapor state. So technique, take the mixture of A and B. Take the mixture of A and B in an evaporating dish. Cover it with a funnel. Plucked with cotton at the end of the stem and heat it. Now what is happening? You see, funnel, cotton plug, evaporating dish. Sublimable solid A, non-sublimable solid B. Now separation, it is observed that sublimable solid A collects on the inner side of the funnel. Collects the inner side of the funnel, that is near the stem. That is near the stem. Whereas the non-sublimable solid B remains in the evaporating dish. Remains in the evaporating dish. So next we will study about the solvent extraction. What does not dissolve? What dissolves? What does not dissolve? What dissolves? Now we have to separate the mixture of soluble solid and insoluble solid. So solvent is now principle, the technique depends upon the solubility of the particular solid in a particular solvent. So technique, dissolve the mixture of A and B in a solvent contained in a beaker. Stir it well so that the soluble solid A dissolves completely. Filter the contents through a filter. This is a solvent extraction method. This is solvent extraction method. So we are using these three methods for solid mixtures. So how we separate solid mixture when we are using these three methods: magnetic separation, sublimation and solvent extraction, we are getting. Okay children, now the next class we will study about the next part. Before that, you write a classwork children fast. You take your classwork note. Everybody take classwork note now. First fill in the blanks. This is lesson 2. Lesson 2, write the classwork. Fill ups. First question, dash consists of atoms of two or more different elements bound together chemically. Dash consists of atoms of two and more different elements bound together chemically. That is compound. Underline the word compound. Underline the word compound. Then second question, elements consist of only one kind of atoms which may or may not join together to form molecules or large structures. Then the molecule is the smallest part of, that is the write the third question children. Write the third question fast. Then fourth question, mixture can be separated by physical means. Mixture can be separated by physical means. Write fast. The next, fifth question, magnetic separation is employed to separate a magnetic material from a non-magnetic material. Underline the word non-magnetic material. The sixth question, dash is an example of heterogeneous mixture. Dash is an example of homogeneous mixture. Vinegar. Dash is an example of homogeneous mixture. Vinegar. Then oil and water is an example of oil and water is an example of heterogeneous mixture. After that, Solid mixture can be separated by magnetic separation, sublimation and solvent extraction. Write fast, children. Write fast. Write neatly. Now everybody take a homework note. Write the homework fast. Homework questions. Only 2 questions I have given, so you can write them easily. Take a homework note. Don't escape from writing homework. You must write the homework every day. Okay? We will check your homework. So you should be carefully. You should be carefully write the homework. Okay? So first one, make any 5 fillers from page number 14 to 16. From page number 14 to 16. Then make any 5 choose the following. Only 5 choose the following from that page, same page. Okay? Page number 14 to 16. Page number 14 to 16. Okay, children? Concentrate in your studies. Don't play. You do the homework, study the classwork and book questions. Every day you listen, everyday classes. Okay, children? Okay, thank you.